So I just put a ceramic coating on the leather inside of my customer's new Tesla. Now let's get into the video. Just a quick announcement before we get started. I am hosting a live paint correction hands-on skills training on October 12th. For more details and to register for free, you can use the link in the description box below. What's going on, guys? Luke here, owner of Wilson Auto Detailing, a detailing business that operates out of Nashville, Tennessee, and an online business where we deliver the training that detailers need to grow. So you guys can see me applying the leather coating on this matte black Tesla leather. And the first thing that I want to share with you is tactical. One of the easiest ways to go wrong with a leather ceramic coating is that you don't use two towels to pull it off. Now I know you guys are thinking, Luke, you're not using two towels in this video. Why would you tell me to do it? The reality is I've applied like so many hundreds of leather coatings at this point. I don't really need to because I just know how to do it. But the issue with the leather coating is that it actually does take a lot of elbow grease to remove fully from the matte black leather. I actually like the fact that the leather in this situation is matte black because it can, when you're applying it, make it a little bit shiny, but if you have that shiny leftover, it's evidence that the leather coating is probably not pulled off all the way because it really shouldn't change the after result. It should just be a really clear layer of protection, but not too shiny. So the matte leather allows you to see if there's any left over a little bit easier. The reason I say use two towels is because it takes so much elbow grease to pull off that excess leather coating that can be really helpful to have an initial buffing towel and then a second buffing towel just like you would with a regular ceramic coating, because that second buffing towel is going to remain way more dry because it collects way less product over the course of actually applying the coating, and therefore it picks up the last minute residue really easily. About halfway through this leather coating, I switched to a totally new towel, and yes, I throw away my towels after I'm done applying the leather ceramic coating because that coating does kind of harden up. It's why when you open up the plastic top, you'll see it kind of crystallizes around the rim if you save the coating for later. I always throw away those towels. Use two, it'll make your life a lot easier. The second thing I want to share with you is more tactical from a business perspective. So I call this upselling by downselling. So often a lot of detailers in the beginning stages, when they're trying to make more money or get more business, they'll basically like discount their services or do more for less and all that sort of stuff. And while that's a good strategy, it does often get the customer really focused on price. And so this is a really good scenario of that upselling by downselling. And what I mean by that is this customer is going to get a detail from me, but I can actually increase the price or at least make a higher price more appealing by including something for free that is valuable to them, like a long-term coating on the leather, given that the Tesla is new. So rather than trying to attract the business by discounting my total service and saying, hey, I'm gonna do this interior detail that's normally $200, but I'm gonna do it for $150, I can actually say, hey, I'm gonna do this interior detail that's $275, and I'm going to include a 1 to 2 year long protection on the leather because I know you have kids and they're gonna be coming in and out of this, and I'm gonna do this totally free of charge just because I really wanna make sure that this new car stays in really good condition. Again, I've added something in, I've sold him on an upsell, and by focusing on the new value that I'm providing for free, I do not have to discount the overall price. In fact, I can upsell, or I can create a larger overall price by including that ceramic coating for free. So it's a really easy way to actually kind of tactically increase your prices or experiment with it in your local market by including something that's really clear and valuable that the customer doesn't have to wonder about why it's valuable, right? They understand, oh, it's a long-term protection on leather seats. They generally get dirty. This is a new car. I really want to keep it, safe and clean. I'm emotionally attached to it. So it's a really easy sell because they already intuitively understand the value and you're including it for free, and it actually allows me to increase my overall price. So again, upselling by downselling. Now, the third piece of advice I would give with leather coatings is to just use a basic suede applicator just like this. This is actually the real one that I used. You can see why I throw the towels away afterwards because the leather coating has dried onto this, and because of the way it was sitting, it has dried like in an L. So this stuff does harden just like regular ceramic coatings. The reason why I say don't use like an applicator block or even like a sponge from Auto Fiber or something like that, just use a basic cheap suede applicator, is because when you're detailing leather and applying the coating, there's all these cracks and crevices and kind of like seams they have to pull apart. And so it's easier just to apply the coating down the middle here, wrap it around my 3 fingers like this, and just apply it all over the leather so that I can push the coating into different areas on the leather seat. And I would also add that with a leather coating, it's not the most important thing to make sure that every part of the leather has an even distribution of coating. You can have a little bit more over here and a little bit less over here, or even it out and move it around a lot before it actually needs to be removed. And it's not gonna hurt the curing of the coating or anything like that. It's a little bit easier to deal with than an exterior paint ceramic coating in that way. But I always suggest just using these cheap suede applicators. They're way easier to work with on leather seats. Now, for those of you who stayed to the end, I wanna give you kind of a bonus tip from a business perspective. One of the easiest ways to sell a leather ceramic coating is to literally on your iPhone or iPad have a prop video where you take a little bit of water after a coating has been applied to the leather seats, put it on the leather seat, let the customer see via video how the water beads up and rolls off, and I just use a little microfiber towel to catch the water. When you have a customer who has a new car and you show them a visual explanation like that, I'm talking you're gonna close 100% of customers who are thinking whether or not they want a leather ceramic coating, okay? And this is a really great example of that. This customer had a new Tesla. He was concerned about the cleanliness of the matte black leather. He was asking for a protection. I upsold him on a ceramic coating, not just kind of a run-of-the-mill protection, because he already wanted it. He was emotionally attached to it, right? It's a new car. It's a really nice Tesla. We want to make sure that he gets the best, and he gets actually a 1 to 2 year long ceramic coating on that leather, because it is going to protect it the longest. And showing him a video would have only closed the deal faster. And so I'm just talking about a little 20-second, 30-second prop that you can whip out really quickly in real time and just say, hey, I know you've got a new car here, and the leather is really the easiest thing to damage because people are getting in and out of it, and it's not the thing people clean all the time. Here's what it looks like when you put a ceramic coating on the leather. You can see how the water just rolls off. This is really what happens to dirt as well. It makes it way easier to clean the next time. If you're interested, we can do this as well while we're here. Now, as always, I will link up the leather coating that I used in this video in the YouTube description box below, as well as just some leather cleaning tools that I suggest. And guys, like I said in the beginning, if you're interested in the live paint correction training that I'm doing on October 12th, you can sign up with the link below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, keep working hard, and remember, a great detailer is always learning, and I'll see you in the next video.